Shako Mako and welcome back to another video. Today's video we're doing a comparison between two of the megapixel beasts from Sony A7RV and the Sony A7CR. Let's see if it's worth to pay the extra $900 for the Sony A7RV. Let's take a look. So once you have both of them in hand, you'll see the Sony A7CR is significantly lighter and smaller in size, but that also means less gripping area. But Sony already thought about this and gave you the solution in the box when they included this extended grip, which once you attach it, it becomes the same height as the Sony A7RV, which makes it really comfortable to use, and it's only a little bit extra size. So when it comes to grip, I think it's even because you have the option to remove this and you can use it on a gimbal and make it smaller, lighter, which means you can attach heavier lenses to it and use it with a gimbal that can carry less load capacity. So that's a plus for the Sony A7CR. Well, looking to the back side of both cameras, you'll see the Sony A7CR have way less customization buttons. And also the viewfinder, it's on the left side, not in the middle, which to be honest, I prefer it over the Sony A7RV because it's just more dynamic. You can put it on this eye and your nose is not in the way. Well, it's on Sony A7RV, it's kind of like in the middle, so you have to adjust your face to make sure your nose is not touching the LCD. And even though that customization buttons is a lot less, at least you'll have the same amount of dials, which is, in my opinion, it's the most important things. And they also included something with the touch screen. You can slide it from left to right. And that's like having another FM button with a lot of customization. It's like one touch and you can get to it. And you still have the slide up, which is the FN button customization, similar to the Sony A7RV. So customization wise, I think it's a pass. So one of the really important features that the Sony A7CR missing is the extra SD card slot, because it only comes with one. And a lot of us professionals, when shooting, we like to have this extra backup SD card, which it back up everything. So when you're shooting pictures, it make a copy on the other SD card, just in case your SD card malfunction, you're not gonna lose everything. And the other thing that you're missing on the Sony A7CR, and you have it on the Sony A7RV, is the full-size HDMI cable and the PC connection, which I've never used in my life, so I don't know how important that is to some people, but it's not that important to me. You still have a macro HDMI connection, so you still can connect it to TV, monitor, and all that. And the last feature that's missing from the Sony A7CR, which in my opinion, it's not that important. It's in video, it's the 8K. 8K is available on the Sony A7RV, but it's not available on the Sony A7CR, but you can still shoot 4K 60, which in my opinion, it's more than enough. And the roll shutter is already really bad when it comes to 8K on the Sony A7RV, so I can only shoot 8K when it's in a still environment, there's no crazy movement. Last thing is, since it's really small, light, I found myself carrying a lot with me, more than I wanted or more than I anticipated to, just because if I want to shoot macro, I usually use the 3.5 crop sensor or APS-C lens, and it's really small. Like this is not that big for a full frame camera. I know when I'm using this lens, it gives me an APS-C, but the cool thing about this lens, if you get close enough, that's what you do with macro, you can still shoot in full frame, and you're probably gonna be able to get 95% of the full frame sensor. So it's still pretty good. You'll be able to get at least 50 megapixels from this lens. That's the bare minimum. You probably can get more if you even get closer. So having this lens with this camera, it was a lot of fun. And the last feature that's, in my opinion, it's kind of important but it depends on the person. It's the screen. So on the Sony A7CR, you have only a flip screen, and on the Sony A7R5, you have a flip and you have a tilt, which is it's really helpful. Like, you can get the shot no matter what. Like, there is no excuse. But it's subjectable. It's maybe important to me, maybe it's not important to some other people, so you'll have to have them both and see, well, not buy them both, but at least try them both and see which one is more useful to you. But in my opinion, if you don't have any of them, I would not recommend to get the Sony A7R5. All these extra feature, it's $900 extra for not a lot of feature. You can get a really good glass for the Sony A7CR, and at this point, you'll have a full package, and instead of just spending close to $4,000 to the body, and then you'll have to spend another $1,000 for the glass. Especially, in my opinion, one of the really good glass is the Sigma 2470 2.8. You can get it for $1,000. So this is the difference between the Sony A7CR and the Sony A7R5. I hope this video has been useful. If it is, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching. See you next one. Rabal.